Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, that was some bullshit you just watched. And I don't appreciate it. You know, the truth is, you know, when I won the election, we made history. You know, that election proved that for the first time, a black man can make a six-figure income.
You hate magic?
This guy here. I want everybody to clap for this Fisher-Price taught technology expert. Now, look, let me be clear. Let me be clear. You know, we're going to talk about history. Again, you know, when I won the election, you know, we proved that for the first time, a black man can make a six-figure income and still live in government housing. Yes, we can. You know, and as I watch, you know, what Josh put up here, you know, I'm not mad. Matter of fact, I'm happy. You know, and me being happy is not because I'm the first black president, and me being happy is not even about being the leader of the free world. I'm happy because I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. And if Dave Harden's listening, I'm going to switch to State Farm after this. You know, let's get down to brass tacks. The economy's rough, real tough. You know, we're getting reports that Motel 6 won't even leave the light on for you. And a more disturbing statistic, more wives are starting to have sex with their husbands because they can't afford batteries. Now, it's important that we discuss the fact that I inherited this economy. You know, when I came into office, you know, only 30% of Americans could get a bank loan. The other 70% were black. So we took some steps to change that. And if you look now, 70% of white people can't get a bank loan either. That's change you can believe in. Now, you know, gas prices, you know, under my leadership, they've fallen. You know, matter of fact, gas prices are lower during my administration than they were during the Bush administration. And that's important, because what that means is that more Americans can afford to drive the cars that they're currently living in. Yes, we can. Tough economy. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, with all the bickering between, you know, the Democrats and the Republicans, you know, I just think, you know, we've got to start anew. We've got to start a new chapter in America. A chapter that focuses on restructuring how we do business. And that chapter is Chapter 11. Won't have any money. You know, and I'll admit, you know, gas prices, they've been a little bit lower, you know, but they're going to increase. And I'll tell you something else that's going to increase. We're going to increase the sexual position 69 to 96. Because the cost to eat out is more expensive. That was funny. You know, look, I'm aware that, you know, a lot of you haven't seen me in the South, and the truth is I don't give a lot of speeches in the South. You know, last time I gave a speech in the South, I walked up to the podium and they started to bid on me. So it's been a tough road back. That was funny too. Job creation is important. I'm fully aware that we've got to find ways to increase jobs. As a matter of fact, I flew in some of the top CEOs to Washington just last week and told them we've got to figure out a strategy for job creation. And those CEOs assured me that they'd look into it. And then they flew back to China. The unemployment rate's an issue. We're addressing it as best we can. And I want you to know that in this upcoming campaign, we're going to run on trying to save as many jobs as we can, starting with mine. You know, it's funny because, you know, a lot of Americans come up to me, and just a lot of people in general, and they say, Barack, you know, you're a Harvard graduate, and you speak, from what we hear, articulate, but I don't understand a lot of the fancy words you're saying in your speeches. So tonight, I want to speak to those Americans in a language that they can better understand. Me llamo es Barack Obama. ¿Cómo estás? Now, I did go to Harvard, and I'm proud of it. And education is a real big thing for me. You know, truth is, you know, I put Michelle out there to talk about education, and I'm sure many of you are aware of the exercise plan we have going, where we want children to exercise more to confront childhood obesity. And we're going to fund it under the No Child Left Behind program. Now, some of you, some of your children go to Catholic school, and they're going to try to have a similar program, but it's called No Child's Behind Left Alone. Going to need you to stay away from that one. Any military people in here? I want to thank all the military personnel for everything you do. And you know, I've been hearing a lot about what we do in the Middle East. You know, a lot of people are telling me, you know, Barack, you know, ever since you've been president, you know, American military has been acting like the mafia. I said, that's not true. The mafia is organized. We're not like that. And, you know, I really don't appreciate the fact that people say we are just a heartless country when it comes to war. Truth is, we're probably the most compassionate country when it comes to war. We're probably the only country that'll take a plane full of bombs and follow it up with a plane full of sandwiches. And I know the most important thing you want to know. Say, Barack, what are you going to do about defense? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do about defense. I'm going to paint it. Yep, I've got a Negro in Chicago do it for $250. Not going to cost the American taxpayer one dime. Last but not least, I'm going to address an issue I know a lot of you don't agree with me, but I'm going to legalize marijuana. I know you've seen my lips. That's not all Newports. I've given this some thought. Now, I've been in unilateral talks with Jamaica, and Trinidad. And we're going to form a coalition. Now, Jamaica and Trinidad, they're going to provide their finest of cannabis, and in exchange, the United States is going to provide barbecue potato chips and Doritos. Look, I know that Republicans, they're going to oppose this bill, but I'm going to ask for bipartisanship. And I can tell you thought I said bipartisanship. I didn't. I said Republicans need to buy part of the shit. Now, I'm sick and tired of Republicans smoking up all of my weed, and then they're not putting in on it. Now, America wants change, and that change starts with Republicans putting 5 on it. So if you want to smoke what's stinking, then you got to put down an Abe Lincoln. America is the greatest country in the world. We've got big city skylights. We've got picturesque mountaintops. We've got lavish beaches. And if you don't speak English, we've got California. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.